Ethan was a young man living in the small town of Springfield in the USA. He was extremely intelligent, talented, and skilled in technology, studies, and creative work. Yet despite all his abilities, his mind was constantly filled with stress, anxiety, and restlessness. Every morning, the moment he woke up, his head would overflow with worries. How would his college classes go today? What would happen if he had conflicts with friends? How would his future career unfold? Or would he make the right decisions for his life? His family and friends loved him, but they could never fully understand the depth of the anxiety he carried within. Ethan himself didn't understand why he was always so worried. He read countless self-help books, watched TED Talks, joined various courses, but true peace never came. Even at night, sleep eluded him, and his mind was always racing with endless questions. Am I on the right path? Are my decisions correct? Will my life truly be fulfilling? Even daily routines felt like a burden, and simple tasks were overshadowed by constant mental pressure. One day, Ethan decided that he could no longer live this way. He went to visit the town's ancient mindfulness mentor, Mr. Thompson, who everyone called the Mindfulness Guide. Ethan spoke in a low, tired voice. "Sir, I can't take it anymore. My mind is always filled with anxiety, fear, and stress. I can't find peace. What should I do?" Mr. Thompson looked deeply into Ethan's eyes, noticing the unrest and fatigue there. Calmly, he said, "Ethan, you are searching for peace, but you are looking in the wrong place. True peace can only be found when your mind is empty. If your mind is not empty, no happiness can enter. Can you do this?" Ethan hesitated but nodded. Mr. Thompson took Ethan to the nearby Lake Springfield. The water was calm, sunlight sparkled on its surface. Birds chirped in the trees and a gentle breeze rustled the leaves. Seeing this scene, Ethan felt a small wave of calm, but deep inside, anxiety still lingered. Mr. Thompson handed Ethan a small cup and said, "Ethan, try to hold this water." Ethan held the cup tightly, but water kept slipping through his fingers. Frustrated, he said, "Sir, I can't hold it. It keeps escaping." Mr. Thompson smiled and said, "Exactly. When you try to forcefully hold something, it slips away. Life is the same. When you cling to past pain, worry about the future, or hold unnecessary stress, peace cannot come. Empty your mind and simply experience life." Ethan felt skeptical at first, but he began following Mr. Thompson's guidance. Every day he practiced mindfulness meditation. He spent 10 minutes in the morning focusing only on his breath, observing the lake and the trees without judgment, and at night he lay down, feeling every part of his body. The first few days his thoughts wandered constantly, but gradually his mind started to calm. Within a week, Ethan began noticing a strange sense of peace emerging in his body and mind. He realized that his previous worries were mostly results of fear about the future and regrets about the past. He learned that there was no need to hold on to these fears and anxieties. By letting them go and focusing on the present moment, he felt a quiet joy he had never experienced before. He realized that emptying the mind does not mean doing nothing. It means fully embracing the present. Every morning, Ethan would sit by the lake, listening to the birds, feeling the sunlight on his skin, watching the water gently move. These small habits brought new energy and strength into his life. He noticed that the mental pressure inside him was decreasing. His mind was becoming steadier, and his decisions were clearer. His confidence grew, and he began enjoying even the smallest tasks of his daily life. One day, Ethan noticed that his relationships with friends had improved. Arguments and conflicts were fewer, and his friends were drawn to his calm and thoughtful nature. He realized that a peaceful mind was not only for himself, it radiated to others. His parents were proud and relieved to see Ethan calmer and more confident. Ethan himself marveled at how these small mindfulness exercises had completely transformed his life. He began to take his meditation practice even more seriously. He allocated 20 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes during the afternoon, and 15 minutes at night to focus on his breath and surroundings. He learned that by calming the mind, he could control his thoughts and emotions. An empty mind allowed him to enjoy the small joys of life, think creatively, and face challenges with clarity. Sitting by the lake one afternoon, Ethan reflected, "Why did I ever carry so much pressure? Why didn't I experience life fully before?" He realized that when people hold too many burdens in their mind, they distance themselves from life's beauty and possibilities. True strength comes from a mind free of unnecessary thoughts. Ethan started applying this practice to every decision he made. He realized that obsessing over past mistakes or future worries only stifled creativity and growth. But when the mind is empty, new ideas, energy, and inspiration naturally arise. His studies improved, he became more innovative in projects, and his life became richer and more fulfilling. Months passed, and Ethan felt gratitude for his own life. He understood that peace and happiness are not external. They arise from an empty mind. Letting go of past pain, future stress, and unnecessary expectations, and fully embracing the present was the true path to strength. Ethan began sharing his experiences with others, teaching mindfulness and the value of an empty mind. Emptying the mind is not laziness, he would say. It is the key to mental strength, clarity, and creativity. His story inspired people throughout Springfield. They realized that to fully appreciate life and handle difficult times with ease, the mind must be cleared of unnecessary burdens. Soon, Ethan became a beloved figure in Springfield. His habits and approach to life served as a role model for other young people. He demonstrated that to truly enjoy every moment, to live fully, one must empty the mind, let go of past regrets, and release worries about the future. A calm mind is true power, true happiness, and true life.